Daniel learned early how promises could dissolve. His father made them loudly, after paydays, after apologies, after slamming doors, and broke them just as publicly. By the time Daniel was old enough to shave, he trusted routine more than words and silence more than hope. Now 42, he walked the night corridors of a London hospital, a porter's uniform loose on his shoulders, trainers softened by miles of linoleum. The building never truly slept. Lights hummed like tired insects. Trolleys whispered past. Somewhere a machine beeped steadily, faithful to its task. It was January, the kind of winter that made the air feel held, as though the city itself was holding its breath. Outside at bus stops, steam rose from mouths and vanished as quickly as resolve often did. Inside Daniel, the same battle brewed, old habits knocking, old comforts calling his name. Dry January had arrived like a dare. Veganuary sat awkwardly in his meal prep box, and his eyesight, once sharp enough for fine trade work, now tired more quickly under fluorescent glare. Glaucoma Awareness posters lined a notice board he passed every shift, reminders that some losses came quietly, without drama. At midnight, on a break taken alone, Daniel stood by a window overlooking dark streets. He thought of his daughter, 14 now, whose trust he was trying to earn back one careful weekend at a time. He thought of his father's voice, now only memory. He felt the familiar ache of shame, the fear of relapse, the question he never said out loud. Can someone like me really keep a promise? The oath he made was barely audible, not dramatic, not confident, just a whisper shaped like surrender. God, help me stay. No thunder answered, no instant strength surged, but the night continued, and so did Daniel. He pushed wheelchairs, held doors, offered quiet reassurance to strangers who would never know the weight of the promise he carried. And something held him too, not willpower, not pride, grace. God's oath did not depend on Daniel's steadiness. It carried him through the long hours, through the ache in his feet and the noise in his head. By dawn, he was still standing, not triumphant, but faithful, still sober, still present, still walking. Some promises are not kept by force, but by being carried. If you are beginning again, quietly, without confidence, this prayer is for you. For those making promises in the dark, unsure if they will hold. God sees what no one else does, and He keeps what we struggle to carry, faithful God. You are the keeper of oaths, the one who does not withdraw your promise when I tremble. You see the vows I whisper when no one is watching, and you do not despise their smallness. I confess my fear, the shame that tells me I will fail again, the weariness that weakens my resolve, the nights that feel longer than my strength. Today, I laid down the illusion that I must hold myself together. I receive your sustaining grace, not for perfection, but for perseverance, not for display, but for daily faithfulness. Strengthen those walking through winter seasons of restraint and renewal. Guard minds, bodies, and futures. Restore trust in families, especially where it has been broken. And when feelings waver, be the God who does not. I trust your oath over my effort, your faithfulness over my fear. Amen.